is Rafi Cruzon, and you are tuned in to Nothing But That Sports Talk. Get you in the game. This is Rafi with Nothing But That Sports Talk. I just want to know, like, with all the off-season changes and the training camp that you guys have, like, what can you tell you about the direction that the Seattle Storm's looking to move towards going into this upcoming season?
Yeah, we're shifting. We're shifting our mindset. We're reimagining what this team looks like and what we can be. With saying that, I think that our energy level has been amazing every single day. I talked about the chemistry of this team is very unique. That they get along, they're helping one another, and it's organic. And because of that, every single day, we as coaches haven't had to coach effort, or those intangibles, working hard, or they naturally come in and have an aura about themselves that they understand what this is for them, the opportunity that they have, as individuals making impact on this team, but also as an organization, what this means. So, I mean, I've enjoyed camp since day one because of that, and I'm super impressed with the people that we've brought in.
Appreciate the insight. Good luck. This is Ralph with Nothing But That Sports Talk. I got a question. For the past couple of weeks, as you prepare for the upcoming season, like, what is your overall outlook on the future of Minnesota Lynx that's been used to actually seeing some playoff appearances before they missed it last year?
Yeah, probably for the first time in a long time, our mindset is we're not focusing on the outcome. Where we are in our training camp and what we're working on is building blocks and making sure that we don't skip steps just to have this, urgency around, opening night. We know that we're going to be a work in progress for much of the season. And we really want to pay attention to detail. We really want to invest in the development of players. So that's really been our mindset is each day we want to get better. We want to, point out things that they can improve, small or large, and we're going to work on it every day. And so we've had just a tremendous group in terms of their eagerness to do anything that's asked of them.
And if I could ask a follow-up question, earlier this week, the number 24th overall pick, Bell, got waived. I mean, can you get some insights behind that? And what advice you have for her in terms of making a WNBA roster as the season gets along?
Yeah, I told her this. Obviously it's very difficult because I really appreciate Bree Beal in terms of who she is as a person, how she competes, and that sort of thing. It's a hard league to make. I think it was, communicated early and often with regard to draft position. That when you're, a second round pick, third round pick, obviously the chances get a little bit harder. Doesn't mean that it can't be done. But I think in Bree's case, she came and gave, as much as she could and learned. 2 weeks is not a lot of time, for a player to, sort of understand what's happening and figure out what your identity is. And that's what we talked about upon, Bree's exit, that here are some things that, the next opportunity that you get. We tell all players to stay ready because this is a fluid league. With our smaller roster sizes, teams are an injury away or a situation away from needing a player. And so it's really important that Bree stays ready, continues to work on her game and be ready when another opportunity is called for her.
Appreciate the insight. Good luck this season.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We're going to turn next to...
This is Rafiq with Nothing But That Sports Talk. Pleasure to talk to you today.
Hi there.
Yeah, I just want to ask a question on with all the new pieces that are coming to the Dallas Wings, how do you think that Enrique Gouwal is adjusted to playing with them in training camp going into their opening matchup against the Atlanta Dream?
Yeah, I think I understand your question. I mean, she's loving it. She loves this team, and she has been just a positive light for them, and especially the rookies. I mean, the rookies have just went on and on about Enrique, Natasha, some of the older players of how they're really helping them with this transition on and off the court for that matter. But yeah, she's excited to get going. She set some expectations for herself this season that she's wanting to accomplish. I'll let her tell you more on that. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting time. And this is really a incredible group of women, empowering, strong, and they're ready to compete. They're wanting to make a difference and let Dallas Wings be known.
And a follow-up question, I mean, with all the super teams, mainly the New York Liberty and the Las Vegas Aces, like, What do you tell your players about trying to like developing the team and making them a much better to a point where they're at the very least in position to compete with those super teams?
Well, I think that, what we do strategically is going to help with that. But we were talking about the super teams earlier and what a great title that is. But I would much rather be known as a league champion at the end than a super team at the beginning. And that's something that we are striving for. I mean, that's what we're here for, is to compete for and to win championships. And that's our only focus. In my opinion, there's 12 super teams. This is the WNBA, and this is incredible basketball. And so I don't want to just focus on 2 teams when there's 12 teams that can win any given night.
That's fair. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you, Rafiq. We're going to turn next to Miriam.